Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today I'm with a hip hop duo that consists of Ahwlee and Pink Siifu. They just released a new album under a month ago now. We're going to be talking about that, and I'd also like to dive into a little bit of their background. It's my pleasure to introduce B Kool-Aid. Shout out Frank Ocean in the back.
Oh, Frankie.
So first of all, I just want to say congratulations on the new project. So I don't know if you guys were informed or not, but this is a Seattle-based podcast. So when I checked out the album and saw that you guys had Ladybug Mecca on, that was super exciting for me to see. I've had Ishmael from Shabazz Palaces / Diggable Planets on my show, so it was cool to see some of that Seattle and on your guys' album.
Nah, yeah, they legends, bro. Ladybug Mecca, definitely. So yeah. I'm happy we got that in too, for real.
Yeah, because one thing I like to do is with the podcast, I interview a lot of local Seattle artists, up and coming touring artists, and then I've also had artists on such as like Goody Mob and like Cool Rockski, Del the Funky Homo Sapien. So I like to have like the older artists on as well.
That's selfish.
Yeah, but what I see selfish. Is thanks, man. But something that I see though is like it's becoming more prominent, but not as prominent yet, where the younger artists are working with older artists. So for you to actually bring on Ladybug Mecca was something cool to see. What was the decision on both your guys' ends to work with her?
Oh man, she was just showing love, so it was mutual, very organic, and yeah, I love her voice. So if I fuck with your voice, I could always fuck with you or find something for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a fan already, so it was real. Yeah, it was real organic.
So does that come from like a social media interaction, or was that like a running into her at a studio, or how'd you guys meet?
Yeah, it was social media. She followed me on, I think, IG. And then I just hit her. And then yeah, we just showing love to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very like MySpace energy.
Mm-hmm. That's cool, and that's the power of social media, because I've been checking out your guys' previous interviews, and like that's exactly how the Big Rube relationship formed as well, you know? So
exactly, yeah, just like organic. And then we ended up fucking with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then we like, oh shit, okay, word. Like, yeah, it's cool. You're not weird.
Right.
And then then you know what I'm saying. Then after that, then it's just easy after that. The more like motherfuckers can just get along, out the flesh and in the flesh, the more easy people can get working when it comes to just like what goes on around here.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we really can click, then we can make some dope shit, or like we can at least vibe. We can vibe hard.
Right, and that is something that's kind of a positive to the social media thing, is where like if you do have like a certain amount of followers, it's kind of like a web of people seeing like who messes with you and who doesn't via social media, and that kind of gives you some like if someone had like 0 followers or like no online presence, that might be harder to reach out to like a more established name. So that's kind of cool how that works.
I mean, sometimes I guess it's like how you approach, but
right.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you got like 0 followers, like I'm gonna think you're a robot or something. But like if you got a little followers and you send me some shit, I might click it. I might peep it, but that's just like I may feel good that day type shit. That's what it was with Big Rube and Ladybug. They just felt good that day and they were trying to respond. They ain't have to respond to me.
Mm-hmm.
So like it just clicked like that. But You know what I'm saying? I'm happy they did, and I do the same way. You know, when people hit me up, sometimes I'll be like, you know what? Let me figure them out. Let me see if it's gonna mesh. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
Yeah. What is the who has like the final say, would you say, when it comes to like collaboration, like featured artist on like a collab project like this with you and Ahwlee? Like, do you guys both like say, "Oh, I've been talking to this person, and we should bring him on," or do you like, as like the rapper of the project, do you have a say of who's allowed to be featured and who doesn't, or how does that come together?
I think it's more like
I
what we going
definitely,
for.
yeah, yeah.
Like a mutual thing for real.
Got it.
It's like what we
Yeah,
trying to accomplish.
That makes
I
sense.
would say definitely both. Because I mean, at least sometimes, sometimes he already has some shit in mind. Like it was this one joint Navy Blue was on that we made at the stew, and Ali was like, "Yo, like let's try to finish this." Yes, Rane. Yes, let me. Thank you so much. And he was like, "All right, bet. Let me try to get on it." There were some times I was like, I just feel like we need a certain sound, and we'll try to get on that, and then that sound end up, I felt like it needed V or it needed Live or Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
But Ali know all these niggas, so
Right.
it's like sometimes, and yeah, it was final say so on both of them because some shit got taken out.
Right.
Some shit got taken out. Like some background vocals got taken out. Some shit we ain't need. It was a little too much. And so we was just both in there, just finishing that whole up for real.
So from listening to the project, I kind of got a little bit of a vibe that it was almost like a concept album. Am I right on thinking that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So what is Leather Boulevard? Is that a street either of you guys grew up on, or is this like a historical street, or is it a street that you guys came up thinking about, or?
All three, man.
Mm.
Not in the literal sense, but figuratively, yeah. The street where my lives has always existed. That's kind of everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So like,
everywhere we go?
What are some, like, Ali, from you, like, what are some things that like you took from maybe where you grew up to help bring this Leather Boulevard street come to life for the album?
Shit, like going to salon with my mom, going to get a haircut, going to get clothes, at like strip malls and shit like that. Different vibes of middle school and high school.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, some of my adult life, just being outside.
And what about is there like an era that this is supposed to take place in? Because like the promo videos and even the album cover kind of seems like maybe like 60s a little bit, or maybe like the era of like a modern 60s, like where it's just like the fit looks like it's from the 60s, like maybe retro a little bit.
Man, this motherfucker fucked up my order. God damn it. I hate when I ordered from Postmates and Uber Eats. This motherfucker decided to be Superwoman and do both of them, but only brought one. I ain't opened the bag yet, though, so I could be talking shit. But I'm like, it's the same person. I'm like, I look on the app, I'm like, wait, is this fried? What the fuck is this? Anyway, bro. Man, it definitely got some vibes from like the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But I really want to like give you a timeless vibe too.
Mm.
I know the clothes is definitely that. But like, oh, see, I'm talking shit. The nigga didn't even come. I'm sorry. But like, yeah, I definitely wanted a timeless look. You feel me? And I feel like that look is you always gonna see that look. You always gonna see some leather. You always gonna see niggas drip up
Mm-hmm.
in some type of way. So it's definitely got 70s in it, but we weren't necessarily for sure pulling for that, especially Sonic. We were also fucking with like late 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Shit we grew up on now and shit and shit we on now. So, but yeah, I aesthetically probably yeah, but it's definitely a concept album, though. It's a
Yeah,
concept album. It's an album. It's a block. We made up the street and we made up all the stories and we made up everything. So we just brought to life for real, for real.
that's awesome. So is skits something that you guys usually like to mess with? Because I know like you've left like voicemails on songs in the past. Is this for this specific album? Do these skits help bring the album to life, or is skits something that you guys genuinely just like to mess with?
Yeah, I like skits. I think we not saying we needed the skits, but not saying we needed the skits,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they helped. I think they helped with everything. Like they help you be like, oh shit. Like, okay. Well, I don't know. I think the skits just put a story on like every location
For sure.
and like you feel me? It just gave every spot and everything in the album like texture and character and shit. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it helped flesh the whole world out.
Yeah. So I think not saying that it needed it, but it definitely, helped it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pay attention to it while you listening to the music, I think you grasp more so what we going for with the world we build and shit.
For sure. It's definitely a full aesthetic. I wonder, like, did you guys dive into that? Did you guys have like an album release show? And if so, did you guys try to like have that aesthetic happen when you were having that, or plan to do that with future shows?
We had the leather Boulevard sign. We had all leather on this shit. Well, the stage design, that's a little work, but we had a little bit. We had a little bit. We're trying to get a little creative though. Hopefully with this next run of shows we do. Hopefully we can get a little creative where we do got an idea for some stage shit, just to bring it more sort of life. But that shit, all in time, all in time.
For sure. How'd you guys feel? Because this is your guys' second collab project together, right?
It's our third.
Third.
Our third collab project, but like second album.
Got it. And how did this one feel compared to the other two? Did you like lock in easier, or was it harder, more expectations, or what?
We definitely wanted it to be an evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like we were in
the previous one.
It was like we were in space. Ali, you gotta get to space. Ali, just
I feel like
well, Ali said evolution. We was trying to just make it better, make it more mature, make it seem like we got and Ali music wise has been doing that. So I wanted to show that in the music. I wanted to show like, all right, niggas can if we wanted to, we could have original music that slap just like the sample, like type of shit.
For sure.
But yeah, evolution was I think in one word, what Ali said, that's it. Like evolution. Like for real.
So how did you guys come to me? Because you guys have both been doing this music stuff for close to a decade or even longer. How did you guys come to meet? Especially because Ali, you're from California, if I'm correct. And then
Long Beach.
And then Pink Siifu is from
outer space.
Alabama, out of space. So
My thing.
how did the South and then the West Coast come together to connect?
We met at the homie's crib, Mind Design, at his birthday party.
Oh, can you repeat that?
Oh,
You guys
heck
both cut
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
We met because of this person right here. This bitch called Mary Jane. That's how we met. Mary Jane and some
Marijuana.
brews. Mary Joanna and some brews and Ringo.
Damn.
That was the shout out Ringo always. Mind Design. But yeah, that's how we met. It was love. He ain't really know shit about me, but he was just like, this a cool nigga. Like type shit. And then he found out about my music and then he's like, oh, like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
let's
saying?
get up.
Yeah.
Let's get up.
Oh wow.
I knew his music. I think the first day I met him, I think I knew his music, but I definitely knew about it after that.
Got it.
Because that's what I was bumping when I went back home to Cincy. And I was bumping a lot of Ali beats from this Guys Connect YouTube video. And I was bumping like Mind Design beat tapes, Knowledge shit, Devin Who shit. That's in a Ludum. I was listening to Ross G, Zero. I was like listening to a lot of that shit. You feel me? That low end shit, that boiler room shit, Dot Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was geeked off of the boiler rooms in Ringo's living room. Like I was showing all my homies back home that shit. And then when I did a boiler room at his crib, we got up, and then the rest was history.
Damn. So did you guys know you guys wanted to be? Because sometimes, especially if you guys are releasing projects together, there can sometimes be a conflict whether it's going to be like a business thing or a friendship thing. Has that ever been like difficult to decide if it's more as like collaborators or were you guys focused on being friends at first?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have got those beats if we weren't friends type shit. Like Ali has worked with niggas just on the flesh, just on the muscle, on the working tip. But like, yeah, I think it was, we never really was like, oh, this is a business move type shit. like
yeah, it's cool to like see like that friendship grow then. And then I was watching some like old YouTube videos. Fuck, I forget what it was called. You guys both were like featured on a podcast multiple times called like Last Name David or something like that.
Yeah, that's my guy.
And it's cool to see.
Small talk.
Yeah, and like that's a cool premise to like be like laying down in the camera above you guys. And like I saw that Siifu has been working with like Maxo for a while, and then I'm a huge fan of one of Alchemist's last projects, and like you're on that. So it's just kind of cool to just see how, because that's what I try to do with my friends too. Is to like when I meet someone, bring it into like a bigger circle, and I feel like you guys do that a lot when you like look at your guys' catalog or even. I've also had Mavi on my show, so it's cool to see that you guys have worked with Mavi as well. So it's just kind of cool to see this like spider web, you know?
Oh yeah, that's my boy right there.
Yeah, it's so also I was telling Ali like congratulations on the People's Party podcast. That was super cool. So with that though, it's cool to see that you guys are like in the same space. How often is it that you guys are actually like recording together versus like just bouncing beats and stuff back to each other virtually?
I mean, we always record more or less together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it takes a little. That's why it takes a little to like get it right too. Cause like I don't live in LA. Or I don't live in really LA. So like now we got like limited time to really cook up.
Hmm.
But like that's what took some time in like getting it finished. But yeah, we are looking up in person.
Got it. So how do you, because with that, doing even right now, doing like a collab interview, how often are you guys, or is it hard to deal with promoting your own projects and then coming together to promote? Or like when you're promoting one thing, do you put your other project on hold for a little bit, or how does that work?
I mean, we both always making music.
Mm,
It's it's really not too much of a problem. It's like when the time comes for us to lock in, really drive some shit home, we gonna drive it home. But all in the meantime, we still recording joints,
yeah.
working on other shit.
Because it's I work with a lot of like bands, and sometimes there can be like conflict when like certain band members are on like multiple projects, but it seems like you guys do it pretty seamlessly. And I was wondering if that's just because it's just easily you just focus more on the music, or is there any tips on how to keep those relationships like solid and also feel like you're working on your own stuff, or is it, how do you guys maintain that?
Bro, honestly, just like work with I don't know, bro. Like we both give a fuck about this Be Kool-Aid shit.
Yeah.
And we both give a fuck about our solo shit.
Hmm.
And I think we just both be like, we gonna give a fuck about this Be Kool-Aid shit right now.
Yeah.
And then when that's over, we back to the shit. But like he said, the whole time, we're still solo artists in the group.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We still working on shit. Like I'm trying to finish shit. He recording shit, making shit that's not for this shit. So it's like, but we still like coming together. The album's done, but we still coming together thinking about shit that we could do show wise, video wise. We still like thinking about it, but
Mm.
we still I don't know how to give niggas advice on that shit. But
Yeah.
I would just say work with somebody that cares. Cause Ali care about this. Like you feel me? Like we both was like, okay, this year we gonna go hard on Be Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't dropped Be Kool-Aid in a minute. So we both gave a fuck to like do that. But we still working on shit at the same time. So and I'm not getting mad at him working on shit. He not getting mad at me working on shit. So I don't really know how to build that type of relationship other than like we just got that understanding with each other, like for real, for real.
That's fucking awesome, honestly. And what's
Yeah, and that's fucked up though. I
yeah.
mean, I think bands should have that with each other. Like if your guitarist or your songwriter is doing solo shit too, I think you should feed that. Like I be at shows telling niggas like, yo, Ali got some shit he
Yeah.
working on, or like telling like like when he working on his album, I would give him some beats for that, or I do it like feed whatever your niggas is fucking with. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like and vice versa. Like Ali on Isley, Ali on Gumbo,
Yeah.
like Ali on Fly Siifu.
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like so it's like the fuck, and he on Real Batman. It's like so it's just like it like I don't know. I think that's the way to do it too. Like whatever you working on, you can still keep your niggas you always working with involved in some type of way. Like
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure. So with you, Ali, I feel like I don't know too much about your background. So how did you get involved with music?
I always loved music since I was real little. Um, loved it, loved it, loved it. So I was like, I'm trying to make this shit. My bro, he would do beats too when I was he was doing a lot of beats when I was coming out of elementary school. I would watch him, fuck with his equipment, and then my other brother, one of his roommates, gave me a drum machine,
Oh wow.
and that was it.
So
I just
and
didn't stop.
have you always just been like producer, or do you ever do vocals as well, or?
Yeah, I do some vocals. Yeah.
How did that come to be? Like, so break it down. So you learn about like producing and stuff like elementary school, middle school, and how when did you like start first releasing any like beat tapes or anything? And like when you first started
Uh,
producing, were you also doing vocals at the same time, or did that come along later on in life? Or
yeah, well, like I rapped like every kid
mm-hmm.
rap in school, you know what I mean? At least where I was from, like everybody
If a nigga making beats,
spit.
if a nigga
Yeah.
if a nigga can make beats, that nigga is rapping a little bit. Like you
You know what I'm saying?
feel me? Like
Everybody spit. So I've been fucking with rap since that time.
Mm-hmm.
For real, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, yo, I'm gonna be a rapper. Like my focus was making the beats.
Mm-hmm.
But I always fuck with bars and shit. And I
raps
didn't. What's up, bro?
always has some raps on the side.
Yeah, you know, tuck thing. And I started putting shit out. I feel like when I was like 20,
Mm-hmm.
19, 20, like when I left home type shit. I
That's
was like,
awesome.
all right, I'm gonna actually make a run at this shit. Yeah.
What was like your first like milestone that you remember hitting? Was it getting a certain amount of streams, or was it working with like a artist you've wanted to work for with a long time, or?
Um, I feel like on MySpace, I was putting my shit up on MySpace,
Mm-hmm.
and I was reaching out to people, kind of like how he was mentioning before. Man, it wasn't nothing crazy. Like I didn't have a big MySpace following and nothing like that. But everybody I hollered at was like, "Yo, this shit's cool." Like I met Mind Design on there, met Knowledge on there, then who a lot of cats that would end up being the homies just from like, "Yo, check out my stuff." That was it, bro. That was definitely a big milestone where I was like, damn, all right. All these cats that I fuck with their shit, they fuck with my shit. I must be doing something right.
Mm-hmm. And then from my understanding, you guys are as Be Kool-Aid. You guys are on like a record label. Was that your first record label that you've been on, Ali, or like as a solo project were you able to be picked up as well, or how did that come to be?
Yeah, like on some like actual legit indie shit, this is the first record label I've been on.
Hell yeah.
That's put some shit out. Some
Mm-hmm.
shit.
And how did that come to be? Is it just because you like your first few together were like pretty solid, or how does like a collab, like how does a hip hop duo communicate with like a record label?
Well, it was the indie.
Siifu.
Nah, wait, we talking about like Brown, or we talking about Lex?
I think we're talking about Lex, really. Yeah.
Oh shit, you talking about our first? You ain't talking about our first album. You talking about this album right here?
Oh, so
Yeah.
were you on two different record labels for Be
Well,
Kool-Aid?
Brown got released through Mind Design. Mind Design. He was part of a label called Akashic, and that was it. And we released on that the first album, but now we on Lex, which is a more bigger indie label.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they a label, and yeah, this is Be Kool-Aid's. This is definitely much more, I guess, bigger than the last label. And I guess this is the only label I really been a part of on this level, I guess, too, because Fly Seafoods was on this too,
Mm-hmm.
was on the same level. So yeah, yeah, okay, for sure. What was your question?
Yeah, I was just wondering what's it like as like a hip hop duo to be part of a record label, and how does that come to be?
It's cool, bro. It's cool. I mean, you just gotta keep your spending and your numbers. You know what I'm saying? Gotta just watch shit. Gotta you just gotta, be on your shit really, and it's good though. It's good. It's help, it's assistance, it's it's financial help. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I ain't really got that many complaints.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Do you feel like that's still something artists should be reaching for to be part of a label, or do you still like, because I feel like you guys are kind of giving a little bit of a vibe that's a mixture of like you guys have done indie stuff and still are kind of indie, but also have like label support at the same time. So I feel like it's almost like you guys are walking between both worlds a little bit.
Definitely walking between. Yeah. And I think, it's you. I feel like you can do that. I feel like some projects you can maybe see about a label with. Some projects you don't have to. But I will say that I don't think anyone should really be tied down necessarily to like contractual agreement for time. But yeah, I think you can use both to your benefit. And
right.
but I do like the indie. I do like being independent when it's done right. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be more on your shit. But I would say like I do like the indie way a little bit more. You just need to be more on your shit. Like just because you indie don't mean like it just means you have to take care of everything. So it's kind of it's a win-win.
For sure. And I also
reach for what you ask yourself what you want,
Yeah, it's about what you want.
As an artist, you know what I mean? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
And really think about that before you make them kind of decision.
What would you say you guys are trying to accomplish as just artists in general?
Keep it a buck, bro. I'm just trying to keep creating. I'm just trying to keep creating and just keep gradually climbing. Like, nothing more.
Master. Go ahead, Liv.
Nah, I say yeah, nothing more, nothing less, getting better at my shit.
And yeah, mastering the craft, and making the changes I want to see with music, doing my job. In this great big world we live in, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. And it's cool, Siifu, to see that. I was reading a little bit about it, that you have like a little bit of like a theater background as well.
Yes, sir. Little bit.
So you went to college for that, or what's the background behind that?
I went to college for it. I studied a little bit in high school. Went to college for it for like a year and a half. Got kicked out, dropped out, started doing But yeah. I before rap, that was my dream, dancing in movies.
Wow.
And movies and shit. But I found rap through poetry. And I was like, yeah, this shit hard. And started making music. Started singing a little. But I definitely want to keep getting I definitely want to test out my hand and, acting in like that type of world soon, for sure.
That's cool to see that you guys both seem creative on like various fronts, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I ain't acting in none yet. So right now, all I got is some training. I need to utilize that bitch a little bit.
Yes. You see it all the time with hip hop artists or just artists in general. or like I don't know if you know who Oswin Benjamin is, but like he's been on the show, and like he has a movie on. I'm blanking on the name of the movie, but he has a movie on Netflix. Or you see like Joey Badass has a movie on Netflix, or like
Nah, Joey Badass going up. It's a lot of rap niggas going crazy with the acting. And I will say, like, salute to them niggas. It's crazy. It's not that many. I think that like what my favorite right now is like if we talking rap actor, like Will Smith. You feel me?
what about Childish Gambino? I gotta say Childish Gambino.
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Donald Glover's doing his thing right now. Like I think he's doing his thing in writing more or less, more so. I love how he's writing. Yeah, I just like freaky shit right now, bro. Like Jonathan Majors is one of my favorite actors right now. Like I love Mahershala Ali. Like I love Lakeith Stanfield. I love Donald
Yes.
Glover, Stephen Glover. I love what they're doing. Like I love just niggas that's making my mind be like, what the fuck? Like while I'm watching that shit. So that's really what that's what I've always loved since like Leonardo, Johnny Depp, like, you know what I'm saying, Willem Dafoe. Like I like niggas that's like, oh, them niggas weird. Like, shout out. Like, so yeah. Not that many rap niggas that can do that.
Right.
Act wise for real. And yeah. I think it's, but I love it though. I love what I'm seeing by some folks. Like I love seeing when a musician acts. What they bring to it. Like that's one of my favorite things in the movies. Like I'm like, ah, shit. All right, it's his first movie. It's her first movie. What they about to do with it? Like,
yeah,
I love that shit.
What would you guys say is each like your favorite movies right now?
Like some new shit or like some old shit?
One old and one new. How about that?
Okay. New movie I really liked was Triangle of Sadness.
Oh, I still need to see that.
Old movie I fuck with.
Crazy.
Raging Bull.
Okay. Old movie. I'm gonna play it safe. We'll go with Harlem Nights. But also, bro, God, fucking Scarface, bro. Scarface. Fucking, niggas talk about Scarface like once a month, bro. Like Scarface is it don't matter when you watch it, what year, whatever. So many relatable things. That movie is so perfect. Like Scarface is such a perfect movie. But Scarface, damn, I'm just gonna name old movies. Belly, amazing. But fuck it. All right, we're gonna go Scarface for the new one. No, I think I'm gonna go with. Damn, bro, niggas done seen a couple new ones that's kind of like, sheesh, I don't know. I can't give you that. I don't know what new one. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about the goddamn that one Netflix, that one movie with the bitch that was in the Airbnb.
Barbarian.
I don't know why.
Barbarian.
I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but that movie made me be like,
that movie was fire.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater
that
too.
Shit was
I don't know
fire.
if it's my favorite new one though, but it's definitely up. Like it's up there. Like I'm like, yo, that shit was good. That shit real good. But I also, yeah, I don't know. I love Creed 3. That was amazing. I like whatchamacallit, I've been on shows though, really, bro.
Me too. Like Yellow Jackets and Succession are the things I've been watching.
Hella Snowfall, like I love Snowfall right now. Mandalorian. Yeah, I can't really be that, bro. I don't
Fair enough.
know.
Fair enough. I just got a couple more questions for you, and to wrap up the movie, question and theater question. Something else that I've seen is like you're. It doesn't seem like you're not afraid to like reinvent yourself and have like different aliases. So what is the importance of that to you?
Shit, bro. I just like to stay fresh.
Hmm.
Stay. You know what I'm saying? Stay just. Yeah. I love Sunrise. I love Badlib. I love Prince. So like, I was always inspired by what they was able to do each time they like attacked it. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm just trying to be that way in my own sense, or like in my own way type shit.
Hmm. It's cool because you've had like what 3 or 4 different aliases. Wild shit.
I mean, I collab with a lot of motherfuckers too, bro.
Yeah,
So
fair. That's good too.
that's the canvas. You feel me? I'm able to, do a lot of different shit with different folks. It's
Hmm.
like, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I got different sonics to fuck with it on, so it's cool.
100%. Now, Ali, my final question for you is: what is your advice for up and coming producers?
Yeah, man, make some music, man. Don't don't sweat. Don't sweat the other shit. Make sure you get nice with your
Oh God.
craft. Yeah. Focus on that, and let the rest come. Cause some classic shit. Overhead told me like it's who you know to get in. It's what you know to stay in.
Mm.
You feel
Make sure you know. Make sure you know how to do something, and don't get caught up in the bullshit, man. Know what you want and focus on that. Man.
Hmm. Hell yeah.
Yo, new movie, King Richard.
Yeah,
King Richard. There we go.
Richard.
Keep my wife's name.
Out your fucking
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then my final question for you, Siifu. What do people call you? Do people call you Pink Siifu? Or like what is like people's like shortened?
People call me a lot of names, bro. Some people call me Jesus Christ. Some people call me Siifu, Pink, Live.
Cool.
It don't matter.
Cool. So yeah,
Like, nigga, Arnez. You feel me? Like Terrence Howard.
But yeah, my final question for you would be: what do you do to stay grounded?
Big Bow Wow. Fucking what's that nigga from the Marvel nigga that Lawrence said I look like or whatever, or he said
Yeah.
the Black Willem Dafoe. Niggas just said I look like a Black Willem Dafoe. It's crazy. I'm somewhat of a nigga myself.
I'm
Nah, bro. I don't know. Watch stand up, nigga. Watch YouTube, funny shit. Like talk with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Be with my girl and my babies. Work, think of ideas. I'm a workaholic. I like work. I like to escape and work. I like to think about shit all the time. So, yeah, that shit, bro. Just like You feel me? Pushing yourself. I'm starting though to want vacation.
Same.
I'm starting to really admire the time away from work and you relaxing, putting your phone down and not talking to nobody sometimes. Unless your family, you kind of can't pause on your family. But yeah, I'm about to start doing that. So make sure you get some vacation in there.
100%. Well, it's been a pleasure having you guys on the show. What is the easiest way for people to find your guys' music and reach out to you guys?
Bro, Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit. Pink Siifu, Be Cool, Be Kool-Aid, nigga.
Google
Ali
me,
on, Ali on all that shit. AHWLEE. We are known in the galaxy. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
man.
And then I end the podcast by saying this is the NAST podcast. And then you guys each say your name. Start with Ali and then Pink Siifu, and then we'll be out of here. This is the NAST podcast with
Yo,
Ali.
it's the NAST podcast. You fucking with Pink Siifu. You're